Hi everyone, I'm so excited to take you along on my first Finnair flight. I've heard the most amazing things about this flight, so I can't wait to experience it myself. My seat number is 1A, and as soon as you're seated, you're served some blueberry juice, which was refreshing and the perfect way to start the flight. If you're new here, my name is Chitra. The past 2 years have been a little bit of a roller coaster for me, so here on YouTube, I share my journey on becoming the best version of myself. I just finished 75 hard, and I'm going on a week trip to celebrate. This will be my first solo trip in a decade and since becoming a mom. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button and join the journey. I hope to bring a little joy to your day, inspire you to work on yourself, seek calmness in your life, and always have the "this is going to be my best year ever" outlook on life. As we taxi, let's do a little seat tour. First impressions is that the seat is huge. It's like a little pod and extremely private. The seat doesn't recline to fully flat. You have to pull on this lever at the side to bring up this front portion, and then press a button to bring up the back part, and then it becomes fully flat. If you want to sleep, you just have to shimmy down until you're flat. This is what the bed looks like when it's fully made. The entertainment system has a pretty large touchscreen, and underneath the screen is where your feet would stretch out to, and this also doubles as a storage space. When you board, you'll find your fresh pillows, bedding, and blanket here. The storage unit is where your amenity kit is located, flight safety manual, and your menu. There's also a water bottle and space for your things. Underneath this section, you'll find a small area to keep your shoes safely. Beside the screen, there's a little storage space perfect for your magazine or your book. I kept my toiletries here for easy access. And then on the other side, underneath the window, you have your side console table with the control panel for your tray table, side lights, top lights, seat recline, and I think this last one is for assistance. On top, there's a magnetic charging station for your devices, which I love. You can find more charging ports near the floor as well as a power socket. And as if there wasn't enough storage space, one last nook where you can find the remote for your TV and headphones. I love the cocoon-like seat and the storage options. I also love how private and cozy it feels. We're reaching cruising altitude now, and surprisingly, there was no refreshments like peanuts or olives served. Not even a drink, but the menu does look pretty decent. It is pretty limited, unlike Qatar and Singapore Airlines, but you can pre-select what you would like to have when you check in online. The screen for the TV is a decent size, and one of my favorite features was this timetable telling you when the food service would be and basically a timeline of the flight. If you have a connection, you can also check what gate it's departing from and if you're on time. Around 2 hours into the flight, we were served our first meal. Everything is served all at once on this tray, which after flying Singapore and Qatar, I guess I'm a little spoiled because there they will serve your entree first, then your main, and then your dessert, and then tea and coffee. Today I'm having a spring omelet with chicken sausage. There are also some cold cuts, fresh fruit, and yogurt. I typically don't enjoy breakfast on flights, and to be honest, this was no exception. I found the food to be a little too spicy and not reheated properly. Oddly enough, we weren't offered any tea or coffee during the meal, but I know with some airlines you do need to ask for it yourself, and they don't offer it with the meal. We have about 3.5 hours of the flight to go, but here's a little bathroom tour. The bathroom is pretty small, but a tour anyway.
Promise not to use. Promise. Promise not to use.
We received some hot towels ahead of our refreshment meal service. Also, a little note about the seat selection: you do have to pay for seat selection even on business class. If you are particular about your seat, I would recommend doing this at the time of buying your ticket, because I noticed the option to do it from the Delhi to Helsinki flight was not working at the time of check-in. When I inquired about this at the check-in counter at the airport, they said currently the facility to select seats for flights departing from Delhi is disabled. I got some tea before my meal service, and I believe this is the lunch service. I always get confused with the timings while flying. I had the chicken curry in tomato gravy with yellow rice and lentils. There's also jat here and smoked chicken with cranberry sauce. The meal was okay, a little bit too spicy for me to be enjoyable, but I also do have a smaller spice tolerance. You know those meals where you just can't stop eating? Well, this was kind of the opposite, but it's not bad. It filled my belly, and what more can you ask for? Overall, I had a great flight. The service was nothing outstanding, but I loved the seats, the tech, and the flight timing from Delhi was also great. I do think their customer service could use some tweaks, but overall, a no fuss, clean, easy service. I would definitely fly this route again, especially at this price point. All right, we have to make our connecting flight, so let's go.